Welcome to another tour. The vehicle that we'll be showcasing in this video is this 1989 Honda Accord LXi Coupe. This Accord notchback coupe is finished in the Monterey green metallic exterior color. On the driver's door panel, you have a light, your entire seatbelt mechanism, got some storage, and right here you've got your power window controls. This one has a tan interior color scheme, and the LXi trim comes standard with cloth seat upholstery. The SEI trim adds leather seats. Front seats do have full manual adjustments. And now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. This is aftermarket, as well as the key. The Honda Accord is without a doubt one of the most popular and commonly seen cars of all time, loved for its top-notch quality and reliability. Nowadays, it serves as Honda's mid-size sedan offering, competing head-to-head with cars like the Toyota Camry. The Accord made its debut for the 1977 model year, and fast forward to today is now in its 10th generation. While the Accord is well known as a mid-size car, it was actually a compact car for its first 3 generations, and it wasn't until 1990 when its 4th generation was launched when it grew in size and became a mid-size car. This 1989 we have here represents the 3rd generation Accord, which was produced from model years 1986 through 1989, and was also the last generation of the Accord to be classified as a compact car. That of course means this 1989 is one of the last compact-size Accords ever made, marking the end of an era. The Honda Civic, which at the time was a subcompact, eventually took the Accord's place as a compact car. The 3rd generation Accord, produced from 86 through 89 as mentioned earlier, was available in North America in 3 different body styles. There's the 4-door sedan, the 3-door hatchback, and the 2-door notchback coupe like the one we have here, which was added for 1988. This was also the only generation of the Accord to feature pop-up headlights. I particularly love the styling of this generation. It's very crisp and sophisticated looking in my opinion. Introduced for 1988, as mentioned before, the Accord 2-door notchback coupe body style was actually built solely in the USA, but it was exported back to Honda's home country of Japan, where it actually became quite popular. The 3rd generation Accord was quite a bit larger than the outgoing 2nd gen, and new for this generation was a 4-wheel double wishbone suspension that heavily aided handling characteristics. Also for 88, the Accord received some updates to its styling, as well as further improved performance. A 4th body style, a shooting brake hatchback known as the Accord Aerodeck, was also sold in a few international markets. Trim levels for the 89 Accord include the base DX, followed by LX, LXi as shown here, and the range-topping SEI. The coupe body style came in every trim except for LX. 2 engines were available in the US market. The DX and LX came with a carbureted 2-liter inline-4 making 98 horsepower, while the LXi and SEI were powered by a fuel-injected 2-liter inline-4 making 120 horsepower. Available transmissions include a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. Competitors for the Accord Coupe back in '89 included vehicles like the Mazda MX-6 and Ford Probe, just to name a couple. In Honda's 1989 lineup, the compact Accord is slotted above the subcompact Civic. This one we have here is in mint condition and has clearly been extremely well preserved, which is just awesome to see. The gauge cluster does house your tachometer, speedometer, along with your fuel and temperature gauges. This one's got 149,000 miles. The hazard switch is located on top of the steering column. It's got a 4-spoke design steering wheel. It is multifunctional. You do have comfort grips all around. You have 4 horn buttons. And right here, you've got your cruise control. The steering wheel is tilting. You do have some storage. Fuse box behind here, your cruise control master switch, air vent for the driver. Right here, you've got your power mirror controls, got your high beam switch right here, pop-up headlights, along with your rear defrost and your brightness adjustment. On this stock, you have your exterior light controls. And on this one, you have your wiper controls. These levers right here are for opening the air vents, opening or closing the air vents on either side. Going down the center of the interior, on top of the dashboard, you do have a little area for storage, digital clock, air vents. Got all the controls for your climate control, including your fan speed and temperature right here. This one's got a Pioneer head unit. It has a CD player, lighter, an ashtray, or you can use it as a power outlet and storage. You do have some storage right here. This switch right here is for your radio antenna. The parking brake is hand operated. Here you've got a center console with storage. The glove box is lockable. Only the passenger sun visor gets a vanity mirror and a light. Grab handles for the front passenger and rear passengers, and your seat belt indicator on the overhead console. With that said, we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window. The driver's window is automatic down. And have a look at the engine. 14-inch steel rims with wheel covers, Powering the Accord LXi is the Accord's top engine for 1989, the A20A3 2-liter single overhead cam, 12-valve, naturally aspirated inline-4 with Honda's programmed fuel injection. It cranks out 120 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 122 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. The engine in this particular Accord is paired to the optional 4-speed automatic transmission with low-gear selection, and the Accord is front-wheel drive. It runs on regular unleaded, and with a 15.9-gallon fuel tank, it gets about 22 mpg city and 28 mpg highway. It has a 4-wheel independent double wishbone suspension, and the LXi uses front disc brakes and rear drum brakes. The SEI trim, on the other hand, has discs at all 4 wheels. Curb weight for the Accord Coupe is roughly 2,600 pounds. And we'll check out the back seat. Front seats do have storage pockets on the backs. You also got a coat hook on the rear driver's side. On both rear interior panels, you do have some storage compartments. Trunk space can be increased by folding down the rear seat back. And that will conclude this tour of this 1989 Honda Accord LXi Coupe. Thanks for watching.